Agriculture in Kenya dominates the economy. Kenya is a leading producer of tea and coffee, as well as third leading exporter of fresh produce such as fruits and vegetables. Farming in Kenya is becoming increasingly the way to go for entrepreneurs. However, without choosing a proper farming venture, this could end up being a waste of time and resources for an aspiring agripreneur. On today's episode of Mizizi, we visit Kirinyaga County, where we meet a young farmer at only 23 years of age and a student called Wanjiku Njue. Wanjiku has won a big arrowroot market, and 2 years down the line, she confidently says that for her, there is no going back.
My name is Wanjiku Njue. Welcome KTN Farmers TV to Jukene in Kirinyaga County. I'm an arrowroot farmer, and this is my second year, and I will be taking you through to my farm and see how I go about it. So follow me.
Arrowroots are a water crop and mostly thrive in waterlogged areas. This area is normally far away from the homestead. As Wanjiku leads us to the farm where we intend to interview her from, she stops to show us some of the manure she uses for her crops. The manure consists of the coffee husks which she gets from the factories. After delivery, she pours them down for aeration to dry up before applying it on the farm. Through the coffee plantation, Wanjiku leads us to where she is farming the arrowroots. Wanjiku Njue is a student at Chuka University, where she is pursuing a bachelor's in education. The young farmer was born and bred here in Jukene location, Embu County. Her parents, as she shares with us, were her biggest inspiration to farming, as she has seen them farm for many years.
I endorsed Ndoma farming 2 years ago from my mom, who has been farming for I think over 10 years now. Initially we were doing maize farming, but it was not as productive, and again the market prices were too low. So the moment we realized that Ndoma is God itself, we fully ventured into it, and for sure it's doing well. So all of these places we've been doing Ndoma farming, everybody, and that is our second cash crop from coffee. I am in school at Chuka University studying bachelor's in education, specifying in English and literature. In fact, I'm a 4th year, I'm finishing this semester. And I would like to venture into farming of Ndoma into larger scale. From here henceforth, well, I know I'll bide it so well with teaching, because both I feel are my passions.
Despite the tender age of 23 years, Wanjiku has planned to spend most of her free time attending to her farm rather than indulge in other activities mostly enjoyed by young people, such as raving, among other activities.
I'm usually in school almost all the time, that is, and lucky enough my timetable fixes my classes from Monday to Thursday. So on Thursday evenings, because Chuka in here is not too far, I manage to come home and start attending to my farm on Friday and Saturday, then Sunday is time to go back. So most of the weekends I'm here doing my own, attending to my own farm, because yeah, I like doing it myself because I know I do it better than anybody else would do it for me.
As she takes us around the farm, she reaches out to young people, encouraging them to get economic empowerment through entrepreneurship to complement their pocket savings from their parents.
I wish to encourage other youths like myself to venture into something that can earn them something before they get jobs, the white-collar job that everybody wish to get. But I think this is the best job.
From a distance, it's possible to tell that the crops are in different stages of their cycles. Wanjiku explains that consistency in production is important to maintain your clients, thus partitioning the farm in different portions, and that is very key.
I have portioned my farm into several portions so that every time of the year I have some portion that I'm harvesting and another in another month and in another month. So from here, I'll take you through to where I have started farming and where we have some that are already grown, ready to be harvested, others recently planted, and others already still growing.
Wanjiku shares that at the start of her farming experience, her mom gave her a helping hand and she finally took full control of her own portion, which she manages herself.
I was motivated into farming by my mom and my dad, who have been farmers all through my life. And also my grandparents have not been employed, so we have all been farmers and almost everybody around this area. And I loved farming from them because we never buy a lot of food. For us, we only go for the sugar and the rice that we don't produce here. The rest of the things, we get them from our own farm. And after mom producing a lot of noma and selling, and there was a nice income, I felt that I should also get some portion of myself to start with. So mom gave me one portion and she was managing it for me by then until I realized I can learn to do it myself from her. So one time I just told her, Mom, don't do it again for me, we will do it with you. From there I went on and acquired more portions, and we are doing good.
Wanjiku is an organic farmer. She displays the manure she uses on her farm as she explains the best manure to use. The first application is done during the planting as arrowroots are planted from suckers.
So here you just put that is enough. So you just put a little of it. It's not too much because this is enough for it all the way until it matures.
Wanjiku shares that the flow of water should be consistent as arrowroot requires a lot of water. Her farm is waterlogged and the arrowroots here thrive without any challenges.
Starting with when you want to farm doma, you have to get a place that is wet. A better one would be a swampy area so that you have the flow of the water throughout. Then preferably when you get somewhere with clay soil, that would be the best place to farm. So in your land, make sure you clear it, the weeds. Then you have to dig the holes for planting. Yeah, for me, I get guys who do it for me at some pay. Then from there, you get the suckers. You plant them into the holes. You put manure, and then you leave them to grow by their own. You don't add anything else. You just control the flow of water in the area. Make sure that it is not flooded, but there is enough water for the plant to take all through.